Yeah, what it is, YouTube? It's your boy DC coming back with another bullseye of a video here today on the channel. We actually gonna be cooking up a free preset. I'm gonna give it to y'all down below. This preset is actually gonna be me working on trying to get warm vocals and a couple of new techniques that I learned to learn how to get warm vocals. So if y'all like the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to check out the website and support us and grab the free preset. Let's go.
Girl, I can't give this up, knowing all that I was. Don't dislike the city, just talk how you really mean it, and move if you're still breathing. Move, baby, it's just hard, and only you can judge.
All right, so the very first thing that I noticed too with trying to get warm vocals is that you gotta like really reduce the transients. You know, I noticed that. So I'm gonna be playing around with a couple of limiters, L1, L2, but I noticed that a characteristic of warm vocals is taking off all like the edge. It's kind of like trying to have a dull knife. You know, it's kind of like having like a door that has like, you know how when you hit your foot on the door, like the door is not as sharp.
Girl, I can't give this up, knowing all that I was. Don't dislike the city, just talk how you really mean it, and move if you're still breathing. Move, baby, it's just hard, and only you can judge if I deserve your trust. Baby, it's just hard, and only you can judge if I deserve your trust. I'm hoping you slip in moments I can't react, 'cause you're broken. I know there's reasons you won't come back.
So the limiter is pretty transparent, but you see, because I'm taking off a lot of the transient on that vocal, dude, it's actually giving me this problem where you might lose a little bit of clarity, but that's what warms it off. You're taking off the transient, so it just feels smoother, you know, and you're not getting too much of distortion. Sometimes you might have to change the limiter. A technique I've been using a lot lately is I've been using the double tape trick. It's something I invented, just using two tape saturators, one in the beginning, one in the end.
Can judge if I deserve your trust. Baby, it's just hard, and only you can judge if I deserve your trust. I'm hoping you slip in moments I can't react, 'cause you're broken. I know there's reasons you won't come back. In these four walls, I get reminded of what we had. Is there reception, or are you not coming back? I feel it burning up. Beat is young and drunk in love. Every song I listen to.
So even on a multi-band compressor, you know, all of these things are adding back volume. And sometimes you could make a vocal brighter by just boosting on a multi-band compressor. Like, you're actually not even compressing, you're just using the makeup gain to make it sound brighter. So that's another way I would go after trying to get a warm vocal. Then I would use this. I haven't even used EQ yet for the warmth, you know, because I'm going to switch the chain around. But these are the most fundamental things.
Girl, I can't give this up, knowing all that I was. Don't dislike the city, just talk how you really mean it, and move if you're still breathing. Move, baby, it's just hard, and only you can judge if I deserve your trust. Baby, it's just hard.
And you want to try to use like a warm channel strip. I already know the SSL is very warm. This vocal already has like a lot of high end. So another thing you got to watch out too is if you already got a lot of high end, you really got to boost more low end to get your shit to sound warm.
Girl, I can't give this up, knowing all that I was. Don't dislike the city, just talk how you really mean it, and move if you're still breathing. Move, baby, it's just hard, and only you can judge if I deserve your trust. Baby, it's just hard.
So because I added a little bit more mud, I actually made it sound a little bit more I actually made that shit sound a little bit more like, you know.
Girl, I can't give this up, knowing all that I was. Don't dislike the shit, just talk how you really mean it, and move if you're still breathing. Move, baby, it's just her, and only you can judge if I deserve.
So you see how like this technique of getting warmth is like killing the transients, adding a tape saturator, making sure your tape saturator is not highlighting any emphasis. Sometimes if you put it on 30 IPS, it will make it brighter. You know what I mean? That's not what we want here. The de-esser too, okay? So another plugin that I ain't gonna lie, another plugin I really want to use too is something like the Waves MV2. Let me see, let me pay attention to what I'm doing right now, because I got the L2, I got this, I got that. This is the type of vocal where it's so fucking bright that you're not even gonna take off that much low end.
Girl, I can't give this up, knowing all that I was. Don't dislike the shit, just talk how you really mean it, and move if you're still breathing.
You see how when I take off some low end, it kind of sounds a little bit too clarity. It actually sounds a little bit too clarity.
Girl, I can't give this up, knowing all that I was. Don't dislike the shit, just talk how you really mean it, and move if you're still breathing.
So my vocal still has dynamic. It still has dynamic because I have the expander working. So my vocal still has these dynamics to it, bruh. I still got dynamics in that shit. But it's still warm, you know, and it's still like for the most part closed off. So that's coming down to the selection of plugins that you will usually use, you know. So we've seen the limiting, the tape, the channel strip that you choose as well. A compressor that can make this sound warmer is obviously going to be the SSL bus comp. Look, even before you do anything, the high end is gonna come off.
Girl, I can't give this up, knowing all that I was. Don't dislike the shit, just talk how you really mean it, and move if you're still breathing. Move, baby, it's just her, and only you can judge if I deserve your trust. Baby, it's just her, and only you can judge if I deserve your trust. I'm hoping you slip in moments I can't react, cause you're broken. I know there's reasons you won't come back. In these 4 walls, I get reminded of what we had. Is there reception, or are you not coming back? I feel it burning up, beat is young and drunk in love. Every song I listen to, starting to sound like me. Got me watching how I'm treating you.
So now with this, we're going more for solidity, all right? Because yeah, we got the vocal, the tone right because of all the other plugins, but this one is giving us more like solidity. So we see that even before you open up this plugin, it already made the shit just sound warmer, like instantly. The shit just sounded warmer right out the gate. And we played around with the settings that we paralleled that back in. So it's all coming down to that transient control. Because when we were really clamping it down 4 dB, it kind of sounded like it had too much going on. It had too much hot sauce on them chicken wings, man. And that flavor was overbearing. So we went back in there and we pulled the mix knob. For me, the mix knob is more like how open or closed do I want something to sound like. And with the warm vocal, you want it to sound closed. Like when you're warm, you're in like a cozy little fireplace and shit like that. So always use that same imagery in your head to remember that this is how you would approach warm vocals. And then to make sure that my warm vocals don't fucking lose too much presence, I would obviously use something like Spectre on warm mode, because this is going to give me a certain type of saturation that will help things cut through but not still be too bright.
Girl, I can't give this up, knowing all that I was. Don't dislike the shit, just talk how you really mean it, and move if you're still breathing. Move, baby, it's just her, and only you can judge if I deserve your trust. Baby, it's just her, and only you can judge if I deserve your trust. I can't react, cause you're broken. I know there's reasons you won't come back. In these four walls, I get reminded of what we had. Is there reception, or are you not coming back? I feel it burning up. Beat is young and drunk in love. Every song I listen to, starting to sound like me and you. Got me watching how I'm treating you. It all sounds like what we've been through. On the front page, in the Escalade, on my job day, it just won't be the same. They make way more than I do, and all they keep singing about is just you. Only difference is the stage, still on the same page.
So you see how the original vocal is like super bright and shit?
Girl, I can't give this up, knowing all that I was. Don't diss like they see it. Just talk how you really mean it, and move if you're still breathing. Move, baby, it's just hard, and only you can judge if I deserve.
And then this free, wow, he's giving it out for free. This free preset that I'm about to give you guys, that one actually sounds really warm because the high end is the high end and the transients, like I was talking about. So that's how we went about creating a snugly warm vocal here today. Don't forget to go grab that free preset, but check out the website and check out some of the paid presets that we got, the premium stuff. All right. Just want to say thanks a lot for being a great part of my YouTube family. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys next time. Support the channel now. Peace.